Welcome back to the channel, guys. Hope you guys are all having a great day. We're going to try and get this video done before the rain starts really pouring down. You guys probably know me from my car. Most of you tuning in probably don't know me from biking videos, but we are going to start up the biking videos right now today. And let's just get right into it. I'm going to start with basics. I'm learning, and as I learn, I'm going to teach you guys. And I think that's the best way, because as I learned the tricks, so I still remember them, kind of thing. First thing we're gonna hop into is how to fakie, because the first thing that I personally did, and I know a lot of other people do, is try to learn to 180. So most of you who probably come in, try to do a 180 and gone, uh-oh, I do the 180, I can do the 180, but how do I get out of it? So you're gonna need to learn how to fakie, and for many other reasons, it's just a good thing to know. When you're biking, lots of tricks involve it, it's just good to know. So before we actually get into how to fakie, there's a couple things you're gonna need to know. First is if you have a cassette or a free coaster, and what I mean by that, if you take a look at my pedal here, if I push my bike backwards, the pedals move because I have a cassette. If you have a free coaster, you damn well know you have one, but if you have a free coaster, basically it goes like this and your pedal doesn't move at all. Now, people think that that might be, I don't know, easier to learn how to do a fakie, but I personally don't think so, because I find that the pedaling motion helps keep me balanced, because I'm trying to keep everything in one spot and just kind of pedal backwards, where when you're on a free coaster, you start to wobble a little bit more. Personal preference, doesn't really matter. But basically, if you're on a free coaster, when you go to roll back, you're just going to roll smooth. Whereas when you're on a cassette, what you're going to want to do, you're just going to want your feet to keep up with the bike. So as your bike rolls backwards, you're going to want to keep your feet on the pedals. I usually go a little bit ahead of time, but that's just personal preference. But one thing you don't want to do is just chainsaw the hell out of it, because that's going to throw your balance way off, and you're not really as in control of where your feet are. So those are just some basic things to know before you start trying to get into the fakie. And as far as learning goes, you can learn anywhere. You can learn on a hill, you can learn on a curb, you can learn on whatever this thing is on the side of my driveway, you can learn off of a car, you can learn off of a light pole, you can learn off just flat ground with your foot. It really doesn't matter, but let's hop into it. I'm gonna teach you guys how to do it. So once you guys find a spot that you prefer, I'm just gonna be using this side of my driveway. I don't really know what this is, like a retaining wall. There's a couple things that I needed to do when it came to actually doing this. So the first thing you're gonna wanna practice is keeping your center of gravity centered, because a lot of people, when you learn how to fakie, people tell you to move your weight, which is correct. You want to move your weight, but when you come in and you hit the wall like this, you don't want to instantly jet off to the side on either side. You don't want to instantly jet to either side, because that's going to screw everything up. What you're going to want to do is I'll come backwards, I just look basically right here at my stem, roll backwards, turn the wheel, and then when you get to, I'd say right about here, you don't have to go halfway, wherever you're comfortable. As long as you can turn around, doesn't matter exactly where you do it. I usually get to about here, and then you just flip the wheel, pull it. Another thing you're gonna wanna do that I talked about earlier is pedaling backwards at just a little bit more than the rate of your bike. I kinda do it at the same speed my bike's rolling back, and then right towards the end, I give it a quick little one so that I can step on the pedal and reverse, but you do not wanna be chainsawing. This is what you don't wanna do. Because that's not gonna get you anywhere. All that does is throw your balance off. You go way too quick, you're wasting energy. It's just pointless, don't do that. Now what you're gonna wanna do is, when you start out, you're gonna wanna hit that wall at a reasonable speed. If you hit it too slow, you're not gonna be moving backwards fast enough to pull your bike around. And a lot of people think they can't balance, when as a matter of fact, they're not going fast enough. For me, the key was just getting it backwards, turning the wheel, and then if you turn your head, your whole body will follow. That's something that people say in biking all the time and people don't really understand. When you turn your head, your body follows. So no matter what you're doing, if you turn your head, your body will do it. Same thing when you're learning 180, same thing with everything. When you turn your head, your body will go. So if you're rolling backwards, all I learned to do, I didn't think about the weight, because that screwed me up. What I did, just turn the wheel, and then I just turn my head. I know you guys can't hear me. I turn my head, and just my whole body comes and just pull the wheel, and that's at the same time that you're stepping down on the pedal, which kind of stops the bike and gives you that little second to just pull up and spin this way. It's just wherever you're comfortable. So if you turn your bars to here and you can stand on it and pull the bike the rest of the way, then that's what you're gonna do, and that's what works for you. It's all about being comfortable. It's not always about what other people say. So now that we're done talking about it, let's get into it, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like. You're gonna come in, pop the back tire, go backwards, and then pedal. I'm gonna give you guys a booty shot and see if that helps you out a little bit. Some of these I don't make it all the way around, and that's because I just learned it. I'm not ashamed to tell you guys that, and I'm not ashamed to show you guys that I just learned it. So sometimes you don't get it perfect. It's gonna take you guys a while. It took me like a week to get this down to the point where I'm comfortable teaching it to you guys, and I don't nail it every single time. And when I go to the skate park, I can't necessarily do it every single time after tricks and stuff, but that's me learning right there. I screw up sometimes, and so be it. Something that you can practice too before you actually start going is just rolling back. Now personally, I sucked at rolling back, and what I could do is just ride up to the garage and roll down the driveway as far as I can, and just do that over and over and over, and it's gonna get repetitive and it's gonna suck. But one thing with biking, especially, it's repetitiveness. You have to just continue doing it, do it over and over and over and over until it's smooth and it feels comfortable to you. That's gonna be it for today's video, guys. I hope that helps some of you guys learn how to fakie. It's kind of a big deal. You need to know how to fakie for a lot of different reasons, a lot of different tricks, it just makes a lot of riding simpler. So if you can go up something, come down and just pop right out of it. If you can do a 180 flat and then just pop right out of it with a fakie, it makes a lot of it easier to do, and it makes you a little bit more comfortable on your bike and comfortable learning new tricks. So I highly recommend a fakie to anybody that's starting out biking, for sure. One of the first things you should do is just do that fakie, because you're gonna want to learn other things. You're gonna want to learn spins, you're gonna learn a bunch of stuff. That fakies fall right into the category of needing to know. Be sure to subscribe if you are not already subscribed, because there will be plenty more videos like this to come. And if you're not following me on Instagram, I don't know why you're not there yet, but just go do yourself a favor, follow me there. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out and stay committed.